voting yes, and as will Lucy, and I'd encourage others to do so.
This debate is all about the consequences. It's about freedom, and it's about whether kids will be taught that their gender is fluid.
I believe that the argument of the yes case is an argument which most Australians accept. The argument that we should all be treated equally.
When yes campaigners talk about equality, they're talking about equality for adults and their wishes. What is left out of the conversation is the rights of children.
If you don't like same-sex marriage, vote no. If you're worried about religious freedom and freedom of speech, vote no. And if you don't like political correctness, vote no, because voting no will help to stop political correctness in its tracks.
This is a simple question of whether or not you believe the law in Australia should be changed to allow same-sex couples to marry. That is the end of the story. That's as far as it goes.
To see Auntie Chris marry Virginia, to do it here in front of friends and family, it would be so special, and I'm so hoping that that's my guy I get to be a part of.
As a mum, I've come to realise the importance of voting no to changing the marriage law.
Supporting same-sex marriage in our country strengthens values. That's a good Liberal value.
What are you voting? Yes!
The No campaign has been going about its task very purposefully in pointing out the consequences if we were to change the definition of marriage.
This has been a campaign that has been tough at times, and it's been a campaign where we've seen everyday Australians stand up for their gay and lesbian mates, wanting them to get this done.
If it is a yes vote, there are problems with freedom of speech, there are implications for freedom of religion, and we've seen that internationally.
Marriage is a civil right.
Is the way it unfolded throughout the course of the campaign, and we are inside of a minute now. The Australian Bureau of Statistics likes to be precise, so we will go to them now. Their Belconnen headquarters. Here is the Chief Statistician, David Kalish.
David Kalish, and I'm the Australian Statistician. I'd like to welcome everyone here to the Australian Bureau of Statistics and acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, paying my respects to elders past and present. I called this media conference to announce the results of the Australian Marriage Law Postal Survey. It's probably the only time millions of Australians will gather to hear from the Australian Statistician. As the nation's official statistical agency, the ABS provides trusted, relevant, objective statistics to inform Australia's important decisions. ABS statistics provide quality information about our society, our population, the economy, and the environment. On August 9, 2017, the Treasurer Director of the ABS to ask everyone on the electoral roll if they wish to express a view on the issue of whether the law should be changed to allow same-sex couple marriage. The ABS was required to provide results for the nation as a whole, at the state and territory level, and for every Commonwealth electoral division. The Treasurer's direction required the results by today, which the ABS has achieved. The ABS worked to enable as many eligible people as possible to participate in the voluntary survey. Together with our government partners and a number of suppliers, our goal was to make the process as easy as possible without compromising the integrity of the process or the results. The survey was simple and could be completed by those travelling or living overseas, those in remote communities, people with disability, and those who speak different languages. Only one response per eligible Australian was counted. Today, along with the results, we also provide a statement on quality and integrity of the survey. Australians can have trust in these statistics. So now to the final count of participation. Millions of Australians reported and responded to this voluntary survey. and the final number was 12,727,920 people. Overall, this survey achieved a response rate of 79.5%. This is outstanding for a voluntary survey and well above other voluntary exercises conducted around the world. It shows how important this issue is to many Australians. Participation was strong across all ages, with all age groups having higher than 70% participation. Participation in the survey was slightly higher at older ages and slightly lower for younger age groups, but not markedly so. It's worth noting our youngest on the electoral roll, the 18 and 19-year-olds, responded strongly, with around 78% participating. Participation was between 77.9% and 82.4% in every state and territory except the Northern Territory, where 58.4% of those eligible chose to have a say. Participation in the survey was over 70% in 146 of the 150 Commonwealth electorates. For the remaining 4 electorates, it was over 60% for 3 and over 50% for the remaining 1. With this high and consistent participation rate across ages, states and territories, and Commonwealth electorates, Australians can have confidence these statistics reflect the view of the eligible population. And now the official results of the Australian Marriage Law Postal Survey. For the national result, yes responses, 7,817,247, representing 61.6% of clear responses. That's 61.6% of clear responses were yes. No responses, 4,873,987, representing 38.4% of clear responses. That's 38.4% of clear responses were no. A further 36,686 responses were unclear, representing 0.2% of total responses. At a state and territory level, every state and territory recorded a majority yes result. Every state and territory recorded a majority yes result over 60%, with the exception of New South Wales, which recorded a majority yes result of 57.8%. ACT had the highest majority yes at 74%. By Commonwealth electoral division, of the 150 Commonwealth electorates, a majority yes outcome was recorded for 133 electorates, and a majority no outcome was recorded for only 17 electorates. Results were clearly in favour of yes or no in every Commonwealth electoral division. Within those 133 electorates with a majority yes response, there were 95 electorates with a majority yes response of at least 60%. Within those 17 electorates with a majority no response, there were 6 electorates with a majority no response of at least 60%. 5 electorates had a closer results within the 49-51 range. 3 had a marginal no outcome, and 2 of these had a marginal yes outcome. The full results will shortly be made available on the dedicated Marriage Law Postal Survey website, marriagesurvey.abs.gov.au, and via the ABS website. It gives me great pleasure to return these results back to the community today. Ultimately, the strong participation by the Australian public and their clear responses to the survey have delivered this quality information back to the community. I thank everyone who followed the instructions, and nearly everyone did, as this helped us process the forms quickly and accurately. The ABS has also been prudent with taxpayer funds.